Hello, it's Common. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Everybody shouts out how Elon Musk is this great businessman. No, he's not a great businessman. He's like Trump. He's marketing. Now, I'm not saying that he's not a genius computer programmer or coder, because I've watched some of Elon's specials through SpaceX and Tesla, and he goes in from time to time and he works with the people there and he works on coding. So I've seen this personally, so I'm not trying to just shit on the guy, but he is not a business man. He has people that run the businesses, period. Does that make you a business person? No, it doesn't. When you are a business person, you are at your job maybe 6 in the morning, 7, 8 o'clock at night, especially when you have businesses like Tesla and Boring and Starlink. You don't have time to be palling around with Donald Trump at his events. You don't have time to sit in Washington, D.C. with this Doge organization. You just don't. Anybody out there that makes a lot of money. Now, I don't know what your definition of a lot of money is. It could be 100,000. It could be 50,000. It could be 200, 300,000. But I can assure you of this. As you move up the ladder, you don't have a lot of time. When you're making 100, 200, 300, 400, $1 million a year, you don't have a lot of time. You're working pretty much from sun up to sundown. Now, if you want to make $30,000 a year, you'll be home at night. Guarantee it. But when you're making $130,000, we need you in the office. We need some reports ran. We need you to come to this meeting. We're going to send you here. We're going to send you there. There's a difference between a job and a career. A job, in my words of my boy Chris Rock, you got too much time. But when you got a career, you don't have enough time. So for those of you that say Elon, oh, he's a great businessman. He's got all these successful companies. No, he's the face. He's the head of it, but he's not the person running it. The people that run these companies would never have the time to go hang out with Trump at Mar-a-Lago for his birthday, to go to the inauguration, to sit in D.C. all day, trying to figure out where there's waste, if that's what he's truly doing there. There are some people say he is. There are some people saying he's not. But let's put it this way. As a businessman that's run businesses, I can assure you I missed out a lot on my kids' life. They had plays. They had recitals. Just homework. I wasn't there. Now, on the other hand, the wife didn't have to work. She was there taking care of the kids, made sure they were fed, made sure they were clothed, made sure their homework was done. I was never home. Now, and I would make time, to be with them, but it wasn't all the time. I just couldn't. It's when you're not making enough money, you got too much time. When you're making too much money, you don't have a lot of free time. And you have to ask yourself, which one is it? Elon seems to have all this time to do all these things that I wish I could have done. And then people say how great of a business person he is. If he was that great of a business person, he'd be in the office all the time watching these businesses. He doesn't run them. He is the face. That's like saying if you like basketball, and then you got Jerry West, he's the logo. Jerry West isn't the best basketball player ever. Michael Jordan is, come on. But guess what? He's the logo. He's the face. Is he doing any work for that logo? No, he's not. Now he works, I think Jerry died, did he? I forget. Oh yeah, actually he did recently die. But the thing is, he's the logo, but he's not the one that puts the work in. You got Adam Silver. And before him, I forget the guy's name. Don't hold me to this. I didn't plan on talking about this part, just using it as an analogy. Oh, David Stern. But once again, Elon is the face of these businesses. So those of you that are MAGA, or even Republican, Democrat, because I don't consider Republican and MAGA the same. They're a little bit different. But the thing is, when you sit there and give this man this title as he's a great businessman, and when you see him around all the time, going to these different events, he is not running the show. There are other people behind the scenes that don't get the credit. And he gets all the credit. They don't. They run the businesses. He's off doing things. So those of you that think he's a businessman, you're completely off the mark. Now, he might have a meeting once a month, or he might give some opinions, maybe sign some paperwork. But when you run a business, and a billion-dollar business, you are not home at all. You don't have free time to do those things you want to do. Now, when you have a business that's successful, the nice thing is you bring people on that you know that can run the business for you, so you don't have to do these things and you can live your best life. So if Tesla's doing well, it's not because of Elon. If Starlink is doing well, it's not because of Elon. If Boring is doing well, it's not because of Elon. If SpaceX is doing well, it's not because of Elon. There's not enough time in the day for him to run these businesses and check out the day-to-day. There are other people out there doing the work, like my wife. She did the work because I wasn't home. She handled one thing, I handled the other thing. So get off this bullshit about Elon being this great businessman, and he's going to go to D.C. and clean up the government and save the government money when he doesn't run any of the businesses that he's associated with. And on that note, learn more so you can do better.